I'm not sure where I've put that at all. It was in it. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Yes, it's time for that part 11. So we're moving on with the diner again. Hope you enjoyed the holiday vids as much as I did going and filming, editing and sharing with you. I'm sorry if you've waited for this part, but here we are now. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a recap on what we've already done and then we'll move on. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Doll's House News. Right, so I was looking at Coke machines around about the 1950s. Now on a Google search, as you can see, a lot of very similar Coke machines appeared. So I'm just going to draw it out so it looks like, and we'll go from there. Righty-ho. I'm going to take some creative liberties here. Not all Coke machines are the same, and I'm not striving to do an absolute replica of anything we've seen on the screen. So it's obviously inset into the door. And then what I'm going to do on this one, let's take that out for a sec. So I'm just going to push it in slightly so it creates an indent. Wait for that to dry. Like that. There we are then. All I've done is with a silver paint pen, I've just gone round some of the outlines. So this looks like a coin slot, and just highlighted a few of the sections there. So I've also got the cost of the item, which is 5 cents. I'm just going to put that on there. Well, I'm going to put it on there, I'm going to stick it on there. So to do this, I'm just going to use some simple Pritt sticks. I hope you've enjoyed it all. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I did want to finish it. Hope you've enjoyed it, Jake. You inspired me to get on and do this bit. So I'm going to pop that into the diner and we'll see what it looks like. Here we are then, back in the diner. And now, everybody can go and get themselves a Coke from our Coke machine. So there you go. Now you know where we are. Now you're up to date. If you've only just joined the channel and you've just seen that, there is a link, or there will be a link at the end of the video to the playlist so you can watch where we've got to so far if you want to. So without further ado, let's get Splash back in. You'll see. So here we are again in the American Diner. Moving on to the next part. This is how far we've got so far. Last episode, obviously the Coke machine was created and put in. Nothing's fixed down on a permanent basis yet, because I may need to take things out to make room for other things really. So what we're doing today is, well, I'll show you. Righty-ho then. So what we haven't got in the back of our diner is obviously where all the cooking facilities are. So what the plan is, for the moment at least, all over the back here, it needs to be what would have been some kind of aluminium backing or steel backing, which is easy to clean. So we're going to be looking at that, and I'll show you what I'm going to use. Okay, so I mean obviously, well I could, but I'm not going to use any kind of sheet aluminium. This, however, there's me, look, it's a reflective cardboard really. Comes in silver and in gold. In this particular pack, I've got 6 pieces, 3 of silver and 3 of gold. So I think that looks quite nicely like steel. So the idea is I'm going to cut that out to shape, cut it out to size, and we're going to fit it on the back there. Yeah, then. This should be, famous last words, relatively straightforward. So the idea is we're just going to measure the height, which should be 8 inches. Which is equivalent to 8 feet in 1/12 scale. And I think I'm going to put it right the way across the whole section from here to the edge of the actual worktop there. It doesn't need to pass any further than that, I think. So from top to bottom, it's probably going to take 2 pieces. So we'll crack on with that, and it should look fantastic when we're done, says he, hopefully. Okay, I don't think this is actually much taller than 8 inches, so there won't be a lot to trim off. We'll see. There we go. As I thought. So it's 21 centimetres, which is about 8¼ inches. So we'll mark off 8 inch. I thought I might have to cut some of it off, but that's to be expected. Now obviously you could cut this off with a Stanley knife, a rotary knife. I'm just going to go down the simple route and use a pair of scissors. Just down that line. So there we go, I've cut off that 1/4 inch. Now I think I'm going to keep that. That will give a nice little bit of stainless steel trim somewhere. So I may use it, we shall see. Either way, I'm keeping it. There we go, we're going to need 2 pieces. It's more likely to be a 1.5 pieces. However, it needs doing, so I'm just going to use this one as a guide to mark that one off. There you go, so I'll cut that off and then we'll see what length we need. Okay, so just as a guide, pop that there, because that's roughly where I want it to be. So what I'm going to do is, it's all theoretical of course, I'm going to mark it here. You can see that, just a little pencil mark, so I know where it comes to. So I will now measure the distance from that mark to the edge. Well, it's actually 5.5. So we'll measure our 5.5. I'll connect those two together and then we'll try it back in size and see how we go. Just on a second thought, rather than have a single piece from this section here to the pencil mark we just made, and then a secondary piece from the pencil mark to the end, so it's obviously 2 pieces, I might, if I can, divide this measurement into 3 sections and then have 3 equal panels in there, because in my opinion that way it looked like you've had sort of sheets of 8x4 sheet metal and had to fit 3 in. I think that might look better, so I'll give that some thought and I'll let you know what I've come up with. Righty-ho, decision made. I've decided I'm going to do it in 3 sections. So we're going to have, in centimetres unfortunately, 14.5 in 3 sections, and that'll bring us pretty much to the end there. So I'll mark those up, stick those together on the back obviously, and then we'll match them up and see how we're looking. There we are, and I've just placed that there. Now this white line you can see here is literally, the sun is streaming through the window. Once that's pressed back against the wall, as you can see, whether backing on it without the sun beaming, it's fine, absolutely fine. So what I've done is intentionally I've cut it a little bit too long, about 5mm. Me being me, I need to make it a little bit more difficult for myself, because the plan is to just cut a little notch here as it sits into the worktop at the end. So I'm going to mark that up, get that cut off, and let's look at how I'm going to stick that in there. There we are. Not a great deal of difference, but it makes a difference to me. That's a bit of a test fit. It seems to be absolutely fine. So it's only sitting in here, 5mm really, but it sort of overlaps the counter. It adds a little bit more to it. I've stood the sink unit there just to give you an idea. Nice reflection of the sink and so forth. I have had a few people sending me personal messages wanting to know what I'm going to do with the diner once it's complete. My honest answer is I have no idea. I've also had someone ask me if I would sell it. Possibly. I may put it up on some of the social media pages on completion, because obviously those of you who do know or watching these videos know it's all hand built and bespoke. It is a one-off. I won't be producing anymore. So if you want to get your hands on it, let me know in advance if you want to. PM me at the very least. Obviously I don't want to be doing things through the comments, and we'll see how we go from there. Meanwhile, we'll crack on with what we started. Okay, that's the last test fit, so to speak. Let's move this over a bit for you. So it all seems to fit nicely. Just need to glue it back. I think with the walls being foam board, which is covered in paper basically, and of course the silver being a cardboard back, I might just get away with some PVA glue, or perhaps even a Pritt stick. I'll give that a go. Well, we'll see how we get on with that. Righty, oh, a few marks here. That's actually purple Pritt stick. It goes on purple. That's clear, apparently. Not so much of an issue, to be honest, as it's obviously going to be utensils, appliances in front of that anyway. That seems to have gone really nice. That's just the purple Pritt stick. I think it's a super strong one or something. That looks really nice. So, it looks as nice as I had hoped it would. So just might try teensy weensy down the cloth. There we are. To get those smudges off. As I say, they won't be seen, but it does bother me. There we are. All is good. That's on. Super duper. Look at that stainless steel. Back of our diner. So there we are then. Now, doesn't that make a big difference? As I said, it gives an optical illusion of the diner being a lot wider. That was fabulous. Really adds to it. It actually has turned out better than I thought it would, but it's as good as I had hoped it would, if that makes any sense. Marvellous. So there you go then. That's the stainless steel splashbacky thing put in. Don't know the technical terms. Let me know if you do. Just leave it in the comments and, you know, enlighten me. Wouldn't mind. That's it for now then. So that took longer than I thought it did to put in. It doesn't look long when you're watching it, does it? It's about 12-13 minutes. Hey ho, never mind. So that's part 11 out of the way, part 12 to come. So hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment in the comments down below if you liked it or if you didn't, just so I know. See if I can carry on with some other projects. I've got some in mind, but they're in the future. Between me and you, well, it's no real secret. Stay safe out there. Let's get through this lockdown thing again. See you soon.